Jai Baba Gita.
Jai Baba Gita. Jai Baba Vadina. Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
I was rushing.
Jai Baba Ma.
Jai Baba. Jai Baba. Andarki Jai Baba.
Start chadam bhai?
Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, so Jai Baba, everybody. Good morning. Let me share my screen. Today's presentation is actually not a presentation because everybody is going to be working today. In the sense, it is going to be a very self-reflecting session. 1 minute, I'm not able to share my screen. Okay. Kanpichinappudu cheppandi. Can you see?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
ఇప్పుడు కనపడుతుంది.
కనపడుతుందా? Okay, good. What can you see now? Just I'm changing my screen ikkada.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Very good. So happy Mother's Day, Atta, Sakuntalatta, Amma. I thought Bhargavi also will be here, Tanuja will be here.
Okay.
But every day is Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Shakuntalatta. Happy Mother's Day, Amma.
Thank you. Jai Baba. Andarki Jai Baba.
So today's session, Ravnai Cheppinattu, first lo, I think the number of speakers are reducing or availability and being able to do it every week. I think we are missing many things. So what Mai and I spoke on Friday, and Mai had this good idea. He said, why don't we talk about values today? So today's topic is values. But the way today's session will be conducted is through discussion, but self-introspection and discussion. So everybody, today's ground rule is please reflect within yourself and say try to ask yourself, what are my values? What are my core values? So, and then in the end, what we will do is, can you see my screen?
Yes.
So what are your key values? So I did not fill this out, but as we speak, we're going to fill it out. Okay. I don't know how many people will attend, but I thought, okay, I'm going to create this template and we are all going to reflect and we're going to find one phrase or word to put for each of those bullets, whatever our top values. That is the outcome at the end we want to come up with. So everybody has to think. So what I would suggest is, let's not you can use your own personal stories, but we'll make it less preachy, but more reflective, if that's okay. Okay. So everybody clear? We are going to self-reflect and whatever comes to our mind. That is the intention. And the topic is values. Okay, clear? Mai, clear?
Clear. Very clear.
Very clear, Kiran.
Amma?
Yes, Kiran.
Shantimani, clear?
క్లియరే. నేను ఒకటి చెప్పాలి అని అనుకుంటున్నా. నన్ను కట్ చేసేస్తుంటారు కాబట్టి ముందే బాయ్తో చెప్పాను. ఓకే, ఇవాళ చెప్పు గీత అన్నాడు. ఈ 1 month రసనలా
1 minute చెప్పు. I'll tell you. You tell.
కొంచెం టైం పడుతుంది.
Time is gone. Before we start, I'll give you time. But just 1 minute. Prabhakar, my clear am I?
Right. Geethan maatladane nagodu.
Ista. No, istanu. 1 minute. Sakuntala clear ga undi kada? Before I have 4 slides, Amma, but before I start my slides, you start. Nu cheppu.
లాస్ట్ లో చెప్తా. కిరణ్, క్యారీ ఆన్ చేయి. మీకు ఎవరికైనా తొందర ఉంటే వెళ్ళిపోండి. రాసేసాను, ఎందుకంటే నన్ను కట్ చేస్తారు కదా టైంలో. ముందు ఇంట్రొడక్షన్ మీకు చదివే. ఇప్పుడు ప్రభాకర్ అయితే ఏం చెప్పానంటే, ముందు రాసేస్తాను ఏం జరిగింది అని, తర్వాత చెప్తాను. మీరు ఎవరు చదివినట్లేదు, ఇప్పుడే అని చేశాను. ఓకే, ఫోటో కూడా పెట్టాను. ఓకే, ఎవరైనా స్లైడ్ గా పెట్టగలిగితే చూడండి.
నేను పెడతా మాట్లాడుతున్నప్పుడు ఐ విల్ సెట్ ఇట్ అప్. ఓకే, డోంట్ వరీ. Okay, Jai Baba. Very good. So, okay, let us start. So, who's presenting today? Everybody. We are all actually presenting. So, it's, even though I'm sharing some slides, you are all running this show. So today's topic, like I said, is values. And the point is, whether we know it or not, we are driven by certain core values. So the question for us is, do we know what our core values are? So today's session, we are going to think about what are our top 3 values, core values. And we will try to share and discuss. Okay, Jai Baba. So dictionary meaning of value. So value can be a noun or an action verb. Noun is the regard that something is held to deserve. That is importance, worth, or usefulness of something, or a person's principles or standards of behavior, one's judgment of what is important in life. Or it can be a verb. It is to estimate the value of something. What is the monetary worth of something? Or it is what do you consider to be important or beneficial or have a high opinion of. So today we'll focus on what I put in blue here. So as a person, what are the principles or standards of behavior? What is your judgment of what is important in life? Okay, so that is what we'll focus on, not all the other things. So if you think of it, every person, every group, or every entity has a value system. Values determine what decisions one makes. Our value system determines what decisions we make. Values are imbibed or become internal to each of us, and it develops over time. It's influenced by environment, parents, family, school, friends, religion, society, culture, or circumstances. You know what kind of circumstances you deal with, or one's innate personality, swadharma, as in Hindu literature it comes through, right? So what is your core nature? We are all born differently, we all come with different sanskaras, we have different vasanas, etc. All that determines our swadharma. So do you know what your core values are? Examples of values, just a few examples just to talk about, just to create your thinking. Respect. Oftentimes we think of respect. Many Eastern cultures, they teach respect our elders, for example. Or cleanliness. In Japan is actually, we don't know if you realize or not, they're not a very religious culture, but they have a heavy value-based system. All the children in Japan, for example, are taught from the kindergarten. Actually, one of my friends, Sunil Vishwanathan, Pavan Amma, you may remember him. Pecan, we used to call him Pecan. He lives in Japan now for 22 years old. They started schools. They run schools. We learned this from them. And it seems in Japanese culture, in toddler, chinnappudu nunchi, they're deeply taught to leave a place cleaner than they find it. Every school, everywhere. If you go somewhere, when you leave, it has to be cleaner than you found it. That is the rule a lot of Japanese children over the years, over the generations have been taught. This is the other one. For example, my company, Shell, we have some core behavioral values and core performance values. So honesty, integrity, respect, authenticity, performance, growth, delivery. Those are Shell's core values. Other companies, Pavan, your company may have its own core values, etc., right? So those corporations have values. Hinduism actually has 4 concepts that have 4 value buckets, if you can. One is what is called dharma, moral values. The second one is actually, there's a value system in Hinduism, it is talked about in the Vedas, is around artha, or economic values. Very important. Kama, psychological, emotional values. And finally, moksha, or spiritual values. Buddhism also has values, and actually Buddhism, I was trying to read up about this, they have values and different systems, etc. So they basically talk about understanding thought, speech, action, livelihood, and there's a judgment associated with it. Are you doing it right? Do you have the right understanding, right thought, right speech, right action, right livelihood? Here are examples of some value words. So when you think of your own values, these are some words, but you don't have to be limited by these words. You can use phrases, but think of what is the essence of that value, right? So love, honesty, respect, duty, courage, timeliness, being prompt, integrity, authenticity, passion, loyalty, positivity, efficiency, security, wealth, independence, kindness, perseverance, open-mindedness, honor, humor, pragmatism, charity, health, consistency. These are just some words of that demonstrate value. Okay, this is just to think. So this is just some value words. So shall we start our exercise? We'll start free form. Ravimai, I don't want to put you in the spot, but can I put you in the spot to be the first person to reflect on what are your values? If you're not ready, I can take it on, or I'll call Pavan or somebody.
No, sure. Whatever comes to my mind, I will
Whatever comes to your mind.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Now I'm trying to think very perfectly, మిగతా వాళ్ళందరూ observe చేస్తున్నారు. So I have to be very, very good. Otherwise, I'll be bad. కదా? So, divine love. I constantly try to practice divine love. How can I incorporate divine love in the daily life, either at home or at work? Yeah, divine love.
Okay.
You want me to tell you 3 values?
Yeah, 3 values if you can. I mean, don't stress it. Whatever comes to your mind. Okay, love, divine love is one.
Divine love.
Baba is a big part of it. You try to express it like you said, but then what else? Try to introspect and
be present in the now, and try to accomplish. Yeah, be present now.
like that. Okay, very good.
Be present in the now quotations. Yeah, and then third value, try to accomplish what all I am supposed to do.
And can you expand on that a little more?
My responsibilities, taking care of my responsibilities now. Taking care of what I need to do now. Accomplishing my tasks.
Okay, very good, very good. Good. Mine, was that uncomfortable a little bit?
No, not at all. I'm just trying to think, and I'm sure others will have, based on this, they will think what they need to say. Because you put me first, I'm just trying to think what I'm thinking and trying to tell you.
Sure.
Maybe I might change this, but certainly I try to incorporate love. How can I use love in my daily routine? That's for sure. And then I need to think about what is going on now. Past is okay, but I have to accomplish what all I need to do today. Whatever is the patient work that I need to do. I have other responsibility of Galesburg, and I need to take care of that. And fortunately, at home, things are taken care of by other personalities. So I will go there. So these are the thoughts that came to me now.
Very good, very good.
Jayapal.
Good, man. Yeah, very good. And later on, if you hear everything else, you reflect, you think, if you want to change it, you can always change. So there's nothing binding. We're just doing self-introspection, okay?
Sure.
Jai Baba, very good, very good. Who wants to go next? Pavan, can I put you in the spot just so? Or if you want more time,
Sure.
tell me.
He can help you to lead others also to think about their own agenda.
Sure. I can do, Kiran, and maybe I'll like Ravi Mai, I can change later if needed. I think you have to type, somewhere. Okay, so for me, so you just want us to name it, right? Nothing else.
Yeah, just name it, and yeah.
Okay.
Just to give some time to Pavan, Kiran, is there any way you can just blow up, create a new slide and write Pavan there so that we can all see? We can't see this now, all the squares.
Oh, clear gali,
just create another slide and say Pavan, Ravi,
okay.
Yeah, something like that.
Sounds good.
Pavan.
Yeah. Okay. Pavan, you keep thinking. I'll do this. Everybody, while I do this, please think.
Yeah, enlarge those fonts. So.
Yeah. కనిపిస్తుందా ఇప్పుడు బెటర్?
Yeah, కనిపిస్తుంది. Oh, very good. Now it makes sense now. ఇందాక అసలు కనిపించలేదు. నాకే కనిపించలేదంటే ఇంకా మిగతా వాళ్ళకి అవర్ సీనియర్ సిటిజన్స్. కాపీ చేసావు అది? Good.
So for me, Kiran, one is definitely respect.
Okay.
Second one would be kindness. And the third would be humility. Yeah.
Okay.
These 3 things. Yeah.
Good. So any reflections on each of these words, Pavan? I mean, you don't have to, but if you
Yeah.
want to-
So, I was just trying to think of, trying to distinguish what are the things that those are my core values that I actually execute in my life,
okay.
or are those the core values that I would like to be? These are two things,
Yes.
two separate things, right?
Yeah.
But I think I'm somewhere in between with these two, in a sense that these are my very core values. When I see other people with these values, I always get very, very attracted to such people, always drawn to such people. I also try to imbibe this as much as possible. Doesn't mean that I'm always respectful. There are times when I have not been that way, or doesn't mean I'm always humble. There have been times I've not been humble, but definitely it's a very core value I always aspire to be, Anmata. So that's what I would say.
Yeah.
For respect, it is just about different people, whether they are small or big, to have a fundamental sense of respect for what they are, as a human being. It's a very core value. Very naturally, I'm very attracted to that value, and I try to definitely implement that in my life day to day, be it personal or even in professional life. Kindness, slightly different from respect, and just to have. I tend to get a little always shaken up in a very aggressive environment. I like it to be a gentle, kind environment. I like that quality in other people and in myself as well. And whenever, even if I'm very angry on somebody, and then suddenly I start feeling bad, I feel bad very easily, and I feel that ultimately that kindness value as a value takes over, Armata. Eventually, okay, eventually. Even though if I'm feeling extremely irritated or angry with somebody, but the moment I start feeling bad for that person for whatever reasons, uh, or suddenly start looking at things from that person's perspective, then usually that kindness takes over as a value. Humility, I would say, is a very aspirational value compared to the other two. The first two is more natural for me to get as a, until I feel it's quite much there. I don't feel it too much of hard work for me to be those two values. But the third one, which is the humility, many times it's a big challenge to be humble. I like to, like every human being, sometimes we want to boast or we want to show off about something, or the ego comes into play. But definitely, as an aspirational value, it's high on my list, Matter. To be humble, to be as grounded as possible, no matter what you're doing in life or what you think you are, to try as far as possible to. I feel that humility is a path to go closer to Baba, in a way. So those are my three values, Kiran.
Very good, Pawan. Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
Jai Baba.
Who wants to go next? Should I go while we give the elders some more time? Amma, you want to go?
నేను ఎండ్ లో చెప్తాను కిరణ్. ప్రభాకర్ మా చంటిమా ఎవరున్నారో వాళ్ళని నువ్వు చెప్పు.
You do, Kiran. You do.
Okay,
you
yeah,
do. Then
I'll
we'll
do
give
it, then
everybody
I'll
some
go
more
to-
time. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, then you can have some more time to think. For me, if I have to think, for me it's integrity, dependability, and the third one is good judgment, but not judgmental. I'm just brainstorming here myself. So I think firstly, I feel integrity is very important. Integrity and can you maybe integrity and dependability are similar, no? I don't know. Anyways, let me just think aloud. So integrity for me, whether I do it at work or when I talk to others, I feel a hype need to be able to say what I can do. Otherwise, tend to become very conservative and I won't commit. So I feel what I say, I got to be able to do. So I feel a need to be to have integrity between my words and actions. Dependability, again, I feel sometimes I get cranky about this, but I feel the need to be able to do the duty, be timely, etc. So there's a certain need of that. And the third one is I find myself, and actually these Baba talks and these Sunday talks have helped me a lot in this, is I feel as individuals, as human beings, we all need to have good judgment, but we do not want to be judgmental. And so I feel like ante over the years also, I feel gossip is not good. It's good to think of ideas. It's good to be very discerning, have good judgment of ideas or concepts, etc., but not be judgmental about others or actions. So,
what did you say about dependability, Kiran?
Dependability about being able to, if I commit, if I say something or will do something, then people have to be able to take my word for it because they can depend on it.
I see.
So I feel need that if I want, I get concerned if I can randomly say something, I can't do it.
Dependability, maybe you have to change that to something else. Reliability, self-reliability.
Reliability is a better word, actually.
Self-reliability. Reliability, yeah, being reliable.
Being reliable.
That's what you're trying to say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a better word, I think, Mike.
What is integrity? Also a little vague on naku kuncham.
Integrity and actually integrity and reliability are very similar, actually. Maybe I'll change that
No, Kiran. I feel there's a distinction between the two.
No, there is distinction, but what Kiran feels, that makes a big difference.
Yeah. I think reliability is more around my time, and if I say, hey, I'll pick you up from the airport, right? I'm just giving a very simple thing that I need to be able to do that, and I will do that. Or if
integrity is
integrity
saying involving others, also thinking as a whole, kada?
The integrity is a bit of a whole. There's a more aspect of trust in integrity, I think.
Yeah.
Duty, trust, avanni untai kada?
Integrity.
So that is the difference I'm thinking. But yeah, the words can be either mixed up or not.
Is it some sort of honesty, Kiran, also about being extremely honest?
Yes, honesty. Yeah, honesty, integrity, all those go together. Kada?
Yeah.
I can be a dishonest but reliable person, but or I can be a very honest but unreliable person. No?
Yeah. Good word, actually. Integrity is a very good word. Me to understand, but Jai Baba.
And actually, the third one, more recently, I've been thinking about this. Prabhakar ma eppudu cheptuntaru kada, examples of the sun or the water or the plant or the butterfly. If you take that to the human thing of manaki intelligence undal kani, but you cannot get judgmental about others or about yourself also, actually, for that matter. So we want good judgment but not being judgmental. How do you achieve that? This is more like Pawan, like what you said, aspirational. But it's a good way to reflect and check, I feel, for me. Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we can always change, right? You can always
change. We can change it. It's an exercise in reflection, kada? Manaki. Yeah. Who wants to go next? Atta, Sekuntalata?
Mine Japne, Tarat Ninja.
Oh, yeah, Prabhakar, my chip, mine. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
నాకు చెప్పాలంటే ఈ బాబా గారి ఇప్పుడు డిస్కోర్సెస్, గాడ్ స్పీక్స్, ఇవన్నీ ఏమి తెలీదు. ఇంపార్టెన్స్ నాకు చాలా నచ్చింది ఒకటి మాత్రం, హౌ టు లవ్ గాడ్ ఒకటి, రిపెంటెన్స్ ప్రేయర్ ఒకటి, 3 మై విష్. ఈ 3ను చేసేటప్పుడు, ప్రార్థన చేసేటప్పుడు, అర్థం చేసుకునేటప్పుడు ఇది ఎంతవరకు మనం ఫాలో అవ్వగలుగుతున్నాము, థియరీ కాకుండా ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ చేసుకుని నా అంతటి నేనే ట్రై చేసి ఎక్కడెక్కడ, అఫ్ కోర్స్ నేను నేను ఫాలో అవ్వలేకపోవచ్చు, డిఫెక్ట్స్ చాలా ఉన్నాయి. బట్ ఇంప్రూవ్ అవ్వాలంటే ఆ విధంగా ఇంప్రూవ్ అవ్వాలి అనే పద్ధతిలో ఉండేవాడు. తర్వాత ఈ మధ్యన డిస్కషన్స్ రావడం, ఇప్పుడు గాడ్ స్పీక్స్, డిస్కోర్సెస్, అప్పుడు నాలెడ్జ్ కొద్దిగా ఇప్పుడు నేర్చుకుంటున్నాను. చాలా అది నా ఇది ఒపీనియన్. అది జై బాబా. అంటే మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ప్రేయర్ చదవడమే కాదు, ప్రేయర్ కానీ లేకపోతే హౌ టు లవ్ గాడ్, అవి ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ చేసి మనం ఎంతవరకు చేయగలుగుతున్నాము. సో కొన్ని చేస్తాం, కొన్ని చేయలేకపోతున్నాం చాలా. సో మనకు మనమే జడ్జ్ చేసుకోవడం అంతే, పై వాళ్ళని జడ్జ్ చేసేది. ఎవరు ఏమనుకుంటున్నారు ఏంటో మనకన్నా మన గురించి మనమే తెలుసుకోవడానికి బెస్ట్ అని నా ఒపీనియన్.
అయితే మై maybe your values and those other things are your tools, kada? Maybe so is your, I'm going to type it, I'll change it also. Okay,
నా లోపల కాన్షియస్ నాకు ఇంట్రోస్పెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడం ఏది బాబా గారు చెప్పినట్టు అనమాట. ఏమైనా పొరపాటు చేస్తే నేను పొరపాటు చేస్తున్నాను అని చెప్పేసి తెలుసుకోగలుగుతున్నాను అనమాట. అది ట్రై చేసి అది కరెక్ట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ట్రై చేయడం.
ఓకే,
అది నేను అంతకు ముందు అంతా అలాగ ఉండేది. ఇప్పుడు కొద్దిగా ఈ భయమై పెట్టిన దగ్గర నుంచి డిస్కస్ దీని వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే పుస్తకాలు కాస్త నాలెడ్జ్ నేను తెలుసుకుంటున్నాను అన్నమాట. చాలా ఓహో ఇదా అని అంతకు ముందు పెద్ద నమ్మకాలు ఉండేవి కాదు. అదే జై బాబా.
జై బాబా. జై బాబా.
కాదు బాయ్, నాట్ దట్ ఐమ్ కరెక్టింగ్ యూ ఆర్ జడ్జిమెంటల్. మై విష్ అనేది బాబా గారు ఇచ్చింది. ఐ నో యూ లైక్ ఇట్, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ యూ లైక్ కదా. వాట్ కిరణ్ ఈజ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఈజ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద వాల్యూస్ ఐ వాంట్ టు ఫాలో. అది నీదేంటి? యూ వాంట్ టు రీడింగ్ మై విష్, to love God, practicing love is your how to love God anko. The value you are following is how to love.
how to love అని చెప్పేటప్పటికల్లా, బట్ మనం వాళ్ళని లవ్ చేసినట్టుగా పై వాళ్ళని లవ్ చేయగలుగుతున్నావా? అంతవరకు చేయలేం.
See, that is the value you are following. My vision అనేది బాబాస్ few points అన్నమాట. That's what you like, but what is that where there are 5 different values in my wish. What is that you like to follow in that vision?
By always you are doing selfless service. నీకు తెలియట్లేదు, పోగొట్టుకుంటున్నాను అనుకుంటున్నాను. లిబరల్ గా మెడిసిన్స్ ఇవ్వడం, సెల్ఫ్లెస్ సర్వీస్, మదర్ తెరెసా హోమ్కి వెళ్ళడం, ఎర్రబోలు దీంట్లో బాబా సెంటర్స్ లో. And I never seen you talking anything bad about anybody. Okay, అదొకటి నేను ప్రత్యక్షంగా అనుభవించేది. నువ్వు చెప్పుకోలేకపోతావేమో అది అని చెప్తాను.
But see, that may not be, he's already doing it. That may not be the value he wants to learn. Yeah, he is charitable, no doubt about it.
Gossiping anybody, one value, serving always liberally.
Can I suggest something? Let us introspect. So Prabhakar Mai, service is serving others. Service is very very important to you.
సర్వీస్ సర్వీస్ టు గాడ్ అని సర్వీస్ చేసేటప్పుడు సేమ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే షుడ్ నాట్ నేను ఏదో చేసేస్తున్నాను అనే ఫీలింగ్ లేకుండా గాడ్ బాబా గేవ్ us ఆపర్చునిటీ టు సర్వ్. అప్పుడప్పుడు లోపల ఏమైనా ఇది వస్తున్నా కొద్దిగా మనం సప్రెస్ చేసుకోవాలి.
Is this okay?
Self improvement.
Okay, Mike.
ఇప్పుడు లవ్ చేయమనేటప్పటికల్లా అందరినీ లవ్ చేయగలగాలి, బట్ మన మనసులతో లవ్ చేయగలిగినంతగా అవతల లవ్ చేయలేదు కదా. అది మనం ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవాలి. అది
Pawan, you want to say something? Nice.
No,
Yeah,
that doing service as an act of love, I felt is very apt based on the conversation. For Prabhakar Mai.
For Prabhakar. Okay. Very good.
Based on the conversation.
Good. Come, Atta?
Yes. Oh my God, first. That is Meher Baba. And then my education. Through my education, I can serve humanity and I can give some medicines like that free. And that is a consciousness. So my education and my profession. Then my children's profession. My children's profession, I can give them way, a way to how to learn. That is my goal. I want to my family and surrounding my people are intact and lovable to me and to others also. That is my aim. ఏ కష్టం వచ్చినా నాకు నేను బాధపడాలి కానీ ఇంకొకరి మీద పరిచయం. సో నా కష్టం నేనే అనుభవించాను. నా సుఖం అందరికీ చూపించాలి. నా సుఖం వాళ్ళ సుఖమే నా సుఖం అనుకోవాలి. అది నా ఫ్యామిలీలో అంతా బాగుండాలి అన్నది ఒక ఇది. నా సర్వీస్ వల్ల నా చుట్టూ ఉండే పేషెంట్స్ బాగుండాలి. నా ప్రొఫెషన్ నేను నా ప్రాణం కంటే ఎక్కువ ఇష్టపడతాను. నా ప్రాణం ఎలా వచ్చినా కానీ వాళ్ళు నా పేషెంట్ బాగుండాలి, నా చుట్టుపక్కల అట్మాస్ఫియర్ బాగుండాలి. దట్ ఈస్ మై ఏదసరం మీద నాకు వచ్చిన మాటలు చెప్పేస్తున్నాను.
అదే నువ్వు కూడా సర్వీస్ చేసేదాన్ని కదా బాబా సెంటర్ లో, అక్కడ సర్వీస్ చేసేవా?
టు సర్వ్ మై పేషెంట్స్, అది బాగానే రాశారు. టు సర్వ్ అదర్స్, బ్రింగ్ వెల్ఫేర్ ఆఫ్ అదర్స్, మై ప్రొఫెషన్. షేర్ మై హ్యాపీనెస్ టు అదర్స్, మై సఫరింగ్ నాట్ టు అదర్స్. నా బాధలు నేనే పడాలి, నా హ్యాపీనెస్ అందరికి డిస్ట్రిబ్యూట్ చేయాలి. వాళ్ళ హ్యాపీనెస్ నేను హ్యాపీగా ఫీల్ అవుతాను. ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడేశాను
లేదత్తా, వెరీ గుడ్.
లైఫ్ కాంపాక్ట్ గా చీర్ఫుల్ గా ఉండాలి. నా వల్ల ఎవరికి డిస్టర్బెన్స్ రాకూడదు. నా వల్ల అందరికి హెల్ప్ కలగాలి కానీ డిస్టర్బెన్స్ రాకూడదు.
ఓకే.
ఓకే, నేను